carnivores, it is Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. So now, as we're getting into the colder season, I'm thinking scarves, scarves, scarves. And this is a lovely, very traditional stitch, the chevron stitch, or in this case, the wide chevron stitch. And as you can see, we're going down, and then up again. And so each of these chevrons from here to here is 14 stitches. We'll get into that. I'll tell you how many to chain up, but I just wanted to show you how lovely, yes, the Cairn Cakes is. This one I'm currently working with is Key Lime, and I only started this the other day, and I love this colorway. I love anything earth tones, but as you can see, it doesn't quite leave you with the difficulty of having to, cut the yarn, sew in another color, cut the yarn, sew in another color. Now over here, as you can see, it changed color there, but you know what? I still love this colorway oh so much that I'm not going to complain. Anywho, enough about me. Let's get into teaching you something. So we're going to start right in. Today I'm using a size I crochet hook, and I'm using worsted weight yarn. This is Red Heart Super Saver Carrot, just, for the sake of ease of, going through my stash, showing you something. All right, and so what you're going to do is your base chain here is going to be in multiples of 14. I did 2 multiples of 14 so that I can really show you how the pattern works. So you've got 2 multiples of 14, then you need +1, and then because this is the foundation chain, you have to add 3. So for this example, I chained a total of 32 stitches. All right. So after you might want to pause the video now, and then when you've reached your 32 stitches, unpause and let's get going. All right, so now what you're going to do to start is you're going to do a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you've got a double crochet. Alrighty. And then you do 1 double crochet in each of the next 5 chains. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we've got our 2 together right here. We've got 5 more. All right, so then after that, we are going to crochet 3 double crochets together. All right, so basically we start off, in the next 3 stitches here, we're going to be basically crocheting 3 double crochets, but we're going to be crocheting them together. So what you do is you start off like you're making your double crochet stitch, but instead of going through again, you stop and you leave this loop on the hook. So right now you've got 2 loops on your hook. Then you go into the next one by yarning over, going to the next chain, pulling through. All right. So that's 2, and then you're going to make like you're doing another one. All right, so you've got a total of 4 loops on your hook, and so then to do these, do a 3 as 1, you basically pull through all 4 loops together. Now, it does take some practice, and you want to be sure to get all of your loops pulled through there. All right, so then after we do the double crocheting 3 together, Then we do 1 double crochet in each of the next 5 again. 5 is the magic number for this particular pattern. So we've got 1, 2, whoa, excuse me. My piece is getting fresh there. Excuse me. All right, and then we've got 3, 4, and 5. Okay, see, that was where we did our 3 together, and then we did 5. Pardon me. Okay, then into the next chain, this is where we're going to be increasing. So before we were doing a decrease, and that's why the work puckers like this. Now we're going to reverse the pucker in this next one. So in this one, we are going to be doing a double crochet, then we chain 1, and into that same stitch, we do another double crochet. See, we've got a bit of a space there now. All right. Then into the next 5 chains, we do a double crochet in each. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then we do 3 together once more. So we yarn over, start but not finish that stitch, start but not finish the stitch, start but not finish the stitch, and then we go through all 4 loops. Ta-da! Then we do 5 more run-of-the-mill standard double crochets. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And no, I have not made a mistake, because into the last chain, you do 2 double crochets. 1, 2. All right, and then we shall get on to row 2. All right, so as you can see, it's already starting to have a bit of a mind of its own, but in a good way, because this is how it's actually supposed to look. Okay, so now for row 2, we start by chaining up 3. 1, 2, 3. Now again, like I've said this in previous videos, when you're doing this chain up, keep it a little bit on the looser side so that when you're doing your stitches into it later, it'll be just a little bit easier. Okay, so now into this first double crochet, we do a double crochet stitch. Alrighty. Then we do 5 double crochets, just regularly. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we got our first 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now, see, here is where we did that decrease right in the middle. So it's this one, and this one that we're going to be doing that 3 double crochets together. So you'll know that you're at the right spot if you have a double crochet, your decrease, and then another double crochet. You'll know you're at the right spot if you have that decrease bookended, so to speak, with those singles. So we go in and we start, but do not finish. We start, oops, we start again. We start, but do not finish. And then we start. Now, we pull through all 4. All right. Then we do 5 regular ones again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, then into this space here, not into this stitch up here, but into this space here, we are going to do a double crochet, chain 1, and then into that space again, we do another double crochet. Then we do again, 5 is the magic number, yes it is. We do 5 more regular double crochet stitches. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, see, we've got our double crochet, the decrease, and another, so it's bookended, so it's correct. So then we start, but do not finish. We start, but do not finish. Like so many of my projects. We start, and then we finish by pulling all through all 4. And then we do 5 more regular double crochets. So it's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then into the 3rd chain up, we're going to do an additional 2 more double crochet stitches. So again, I'm going to be doing this sort of manually, if you will. And see, there we are. And we do a double crochet, and then into that same stitch, we do another, oops, we do another double crochet. So we've got 2 into the same stitch at the very end. All right, and so that, my friends, is the end of row 2. And because this is all done in double crochets, it does work up pretty quickly. You know, and of course, you know, you could change color at any time, although that does get a bit tedious with sewing in ends, so I try to avoid it if at all possible. That's why using this lovely self-changing colored yarn does make it a little bit easier. Thank you, Karen Cakes. No, you're not sponsoring me, but thank you anyway. All right, and then we will do one more row. All right, so 3rd verse, same as the 1st, or in this case, row. We're going to chain up 1, 2, 3. Again, make it a little bit loose. We do not need it to be tight. And then into the first double crochet, the first stitch here, we do a double crochet so that we have 2 in the same stitch at the very end. Then we do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we do our decrease, 3 together. So it's start but do not finish. Start but do not finish. Start and finish through the 4. 5 regular double crochets. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alrighty. Okay, so again, we are up to this gap here. Now, it's not a tremendous gap, but yes, it is a gap. So into that gap, we do a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet within that gap. Need some more yarn, pardon me. Then we do 5 regular double crochets. And one of the really nice things about this pattern is, yes, after this, really it's the exact same thing over and over, which makes it very, very easy to get the hang of, and you really don't have to pay too much attention to what you're doing, which sometimes is a nice little mental vacation. All right, so we've got our 5 right there. All right, then we do our 3 together. That's 1. There we are. 2. And 3 together. Then we do 5 regular double crochets. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then into the 3rd chain up at the end here. Get our hook in there. If it wants to behave with us, there we are, as you can see. And we do 2 double crochets into that stitch. Come on. Alrighty. Okay, not bad for 2 in the morning. Okay. And there you have it. So that's 3 rows of the wide chevron stitch. And yeah, you just keep going at it and, experiment with different color combinations. Really have fun with it. And of course, you can make this a really, really, really wide chevron piece and make, a throw, an afghan, what have you. Just remember that it is in increments of 14, and then you add a total of 4 more. So, increments of 14, add 4 more to that, and then boom, you're good. And you can make it as wide or as narrow as you want, but for the sake of this tutorial, I thought this was, a nice way of showing you the ups and downs of the project, so to speak. Well, listen, I hope you had a great time today, and that you learned something, that you give this pattern a try, because I rather like it. That's really all that's really all there is for today. Knowledge is power, sharing is caring. Share this with somebody you love. Whip something up, share it with somebody that you love. Excuse me, it's late and I'm a little tongue-tied, but I persevere. and I hope that you too persevere. Keep caffeinated, keep smiling, keep inspired, and until the next video, you have a great, great day, and keep stitching. Bye for now.